Our very first episode of Amateurs. What's it called?
Two Amateurs.
Two Amateurs. This is where we start ventures of doing anything and everything we want to do and just showing it on video what not to do and maybe what to do. This is my girlfriend Kim. She's also a video expert, and she's going to be filming me today making sourdough.
Yeah, Dave's going to teach you how to do a sourdough starter today, so you're very lucky. And he's pretty much a bread fanatic right now. It's bread all day long, that's all he talks about. Okay, I'll let you get back to talking about your bread.
Okay, so making a sourdough starter is very simple. It only takes 1 cup of flour and 1 cup of water. And this is pretty much how you do it. You get a non-metallic bowl, or you can use a Tupperware bowl, or you could even use a plastic bag. This is my starter. It's like 4 months old. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 1 cup of flour, pour it into the bowl. Take 1 cup of water. Pour it into the bowl. And now we are going to stir. So it's a nice thin paste. Okay, now there's a number of ways to do this. You could take a towel and cover it and leave it. You're going to leave it for 24 hours and hopefully you will see bubbles. Or you could take saran wrap, which I don't have any, or you could just take a paper towel and cover it. So there you go. That's all you gotta do. There's your sourdough starter. "24 hours later, my yeast and my flour and my water. There's not a lot of rise going on, but there's a tiny little bit of rise. So what we're going to do, you can see small marginal air bubbles in there. Like this one right there, right there, right there, right there.
Yeah, let me zoom in and see if we can. Well, yeah, there's a little bit you can see right there. Right there.
And it kind of smells like malted barley. I don't know if that's a good smell or a bad smell for you. But it's working. We're just going to do, you can do half a cup, a little bit at a time. What happens when you do that is it's easier to mix in. Just drench it. And we're going to stand up again because we like to get the arm movements, like I said, and spin the bowl. And then mix it in a little bit. When taking care of your starter, you could either feed it once a day or twice a day. Twice a day is going to make it more active. If you're going to keep it in your refrigerator and feed it once a week, just feed it twice. Feed it once a week, but if you're going to make bread, feed it twice that day, because that'll really make the yeast active, and that's what you want, because you're really going for some good air holes in your bread. 8.5 hours later, we're going to feed it one last time before it's really yeasty. Okay, so I'm going to take 2 cups of starter, like so. 1 cup. Kind of do one of these maneuvers. And we're going to take a 2nd cup of starter. And we're going to leave it out to sour. And I have some good news. Our sourdough starter has turned into a sponge. Look at that. See that nice little top layer? Just smell it. It'll just smell kind of sour. And we are going...
Can you bring it closer so we can check it out? Oh yeah, right there.
We are going to start the sourdough process. We're going to take just enough. We're going to estimate that's about 2 cups. Well, screw it. That's about 2 cups. We'll just put the whole thing in. I just grab a handful of flour, put it in. I can tell I'm going to need another handful. Put 2 handfuls of flour in. And then I did that. I kind of put flour on the board, but it's going to need more. We'll use a spoon. I have a wooden spoon for this job, but it's disappeared somewhere. Anyways, stir, 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 stir. It's starting to get thick, starting to get thick, starting to get thick. Oh yeah, and don't ever forget this because it's really salt. About a tablespoon. Just kind of work it in. Sugar. A handful. You're gonna need to tell yourself to take a break if you're all wired like me. It just happens. I don't know. I just get wired. I'm a wired person. Put a little more sugar in. And why not put a little more salt in? It's a little salty. Who cares? People like salt.